All Academy. Always with you.
Hello my dear students, welcome to this online video lecture on fluid mechanics. So in the previous session we have solved the numericals on properties of a fluid. Then we have solved the numericals on the viscosity of a fluid. Again in that viscosity of fluid we have solved the different numericals, that is on inclined plane and fluid flowing between the two parallel plates and the fluid between the cylinder. So we have solved almost all the different types of problems in the previous session. Now in today's session we're going to discuss the numericals on the surface tension. Then we're going to solve the numericals on the capillarity phenomena. Then at the last we're going to see the numericals on the velocity of a sound. So in the previous session we have already solved 7 numericals, and in today's session we'll start from the 8th numerical, that is from the surface tension. So without wasting much time, let us begin with today's session. Now before we solve the today's numerical, that is on surface tension and on capillary phenomena and the sound velocity of a sound in fluid. So here are the important formulas that you have to remember. So the first thing is the surface tension. Again in surface tension we have observed the 3 types. One is a liquid droplet, and another one is a soap bubble, and another one is a capillary jet. So this is in terms of radius he has given. So even we can write it in terms of diameter also, that is I will just write it here, it is D. Then similarly this can be written, that is soap bubble, pressure inside the soap bubble can be written as in terms of diameter, that is D, 8 sigma divided by D. Then again for liquid jet it is a 2 sigma divided by D. Now these are the formulas. Either you can use this one or you can use this. Means if you can substitute in terms of, or use the first one. If you want to substitute in terms of diameter, use the second formula, whichever I have written it now. Now the next one is the capillarity raise and depletion formula. This is the only one formula, you have to use it for both the conditions. If the H value comes above the 0 or it is a positive quantity, then you have to say it as a capillary rise. If the H value comes below the negative value or it comes negative quantity, then it is a capillary depression or capillary fall. Now similarly at the last we're going to solve the numericals on the this is a C, just make a correction, velocity of a sound. So that is given by C is equals to root of K divided by rho, that is density. Okay, so let us start with the first numerical. So in a previous session, as I said, already I have started 7, we have solved 8 numericals. Now this is a 7 numericals. This is the 8th question. Now the question is, so these problems are on the surface tension, I have just mentioned here also. Determine the diameter of a droplet of water in mm, okay, in mm, if the pressure inside is to be greater than the outer by 130 Newton per meter square. Take surface tension, that is sigma for water is equals to 7.26 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton per meter. Now he has given, so this is a reference figure for this problem statement. He says that there is a liquid droplet, this is a liquid droplet, and inside this liquid droplet is a pressure. This is a pressure he has mentioned. So that is 130 Newton per mm square. And also he has mentioned the surface tension for water, that is 7.26 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton per mm, sorry, Newton per meter or mm. Now we need to determine the diameter of this water droplet. Or okay, now for this one let us note down the given data. Now what is the given data? First he has given the pressure P is equals to 130 Newton per meter square, and the surface tension is given, that is 7.26 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton per meter. Now what we need to identify? We need to identify the diameter of a droplet. So we need to identify the D, we need to identify. Now for a droplet we are having a formula. What is the formula for droplet? That is P is equals to 4 sigma divided by d. Now this is a formula to identify the pressure inside the droplet. Now in this one we are already having P already is given, surface tension is already given. Now we know we need to identify diameter. So let us substitute this one. So now that is 130 is equals to 4 into 7.26 into 10 raised to minus 2 divided by d. So now d we need to identify. Now d is equals to 4 into 7.26 into 10 raised to minus 2 whole divided by 130. Now what is the value for d? Now whatever answer you will get it will be in terms of meter, because both these values, that is the sigma, that is surface tension, and the pressure are in terms of meter square. So the final answer also you will get it in the form of meter, but in the question he has asked to identify in terms of mm. So convert that into mm. Okay, so whatever answer you will get it, so please comment it in a comment box. Let us know how many will get the correct answer for this question. Now let us move to the next problem. This is a 9th problem. A pressure inside the soap bubble of 25 mm diameter is 2 Newton per meter square above the atmosphere. Determine the surface tension of a soap bubble. Now in a previous problem we have identified the diameter, but here we need to identify the surface tension. And for your reference I have drawn a soap bubble, so and I have drawn the pressure, what is the pressure and how the sigma will be acting on this soap bubble. Now let us write down the given data for this one. Given, so what are the given data in this one? The diameter is given, that is 25 mm. So let us convert that into meters, that is 25 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter, because the pressure inside the soap bubble is given in terms of meters. So either any one I have to convert into mm or meter. So better we'll convert this one in terms of meter. So I have converted that. Then pressure P is given 2 Newton per meter square. So now already the given data are given. Now what is the formula for the soap bubble? The formula, that is pressure inside the soap bubble, is given by, that is 8 sigma divided by d. Now this is a formula is used to identify the pressure inside the soap bubble. Now from this one we can solve, we can identify the sigma. Now let us write down all the given data. P is given 2 is equals to 8 into sigma divided by 25 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now if you simplify this one, you will get 2 into 25 into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 8. You will get sigma. Now whatever sigma value get it, so that will be in Newton per meter. So you just calculate this one and let me know your answer, what you will get it in a comment box. Please calculate these one, because why I am doing this is I want you to solve the numericals, so that you will get in touch with numericals. Okay, so after while seeing this one you can easily solve this one. So whatever answer you will get it for this question, you just write it in a comment box, that is surface tension in terms of Newton per meter. So let us move to the next question. The next question is the pressure inside a liquid jet of 20 mm diameter is 5 Newton per meter square above the atmosphere. Determine the surface tension of a liquid jet. Now in this problem, so this is a third type of numerical. So let us note down the given. So he has given diameter of a liquid jet, he has given. So that is d is equals to 20 mm. So let us convert this into meters, that is 10 raised to minus 3 meter, and pressure is given P is equals to 5 Newton per meter square. Now we need to identify the surface tension, that is we need to identify sigma in this numerical. Now what is the formula for the surface tension for a liquid jet? It is given by, before that, so that is pressure is equals to 2 sigma divided by D. Now this is a formula used to calculate the pressure inside the pressure on the liquid jet. Now from using this formula you can identify the sigma. So for that one, so P is given, that is 5 is equals to, now diameter, so the 2 value is a constant, now sigma, okay, divided by diameter is 20 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now again sigma will be equals to 5 into 20 into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 2. So just calculate it, the sigma you will get it in terms of Newton per meter, and the correct answer, so those who calculate it, you just comment it in a comment box for this question, a right answer. Okay, now let us move to the next numerical. So these are the three numericals, means three different types of numericals on the surface tension. So first one is on the liquid droplet, second one is on the soap bubble or hollow bubble, and third one is on a liquid jet. And the formulas for the first one, that is a droplet, is 4 sigma by D. P is equals to 4 sigma by D. The next one, that is a hollow bubble, it is 8 sigma divided by D. P is equals to 8 sigma by D. And similarly for liquid jet, it is P is equals to 2 sigma by D. Okay, so these are the numericals on the surface tension. So let us move to the next numericals, that is the numericals on the capillarity phenomena. Now so I have already mentioned here the whatever numericals now we are solving, these are all the capillarity phenomena. Okay, let us read out the first question on the capillarity phenomena. This is 11th question. Determine the capillary rise in a glass tube of diameter 5 mm diameter immersed vertically in a water. So having a surface tension 0.07 Newton per meter and take theta is equals to 0. Now in this question already he is given, it is a capillary rise, means in this one water will going to rise. For your reference I have given a figure here. So you need to identify this H, you need to identify what is how much rise you need to identify, and it is, as it is clearly mentioned, capillary rise means when you drip this tube inside, so this water will going to move in an upward direction compared to the adjacent layers. So that is a capillary rise. So let us note down the given datas. So let us write the given datas. So given, so what he has given, diameter of glass tube is given, that is 5 mm. Then next surface tension is given, sigma, that is 0.07 Newton meter. Then angle of contact is given, that is theta is equals to 0. Theta is equals to 0 he has mentioned. So what you need to do is you need to calculate the H. So we need to identify H, what is that, how much rise is observed when we dip this 5 mm diameter in a tube. For this one, so let us you just convert this diameter into meters, 5 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter, as it is already in terms of Newton per meter. And even the H, whatever answer you will get it, that will be in, because D you have substituted in meter, means the H value will get it in terms of meter. Now what is the formula for capillary rise and depression? For both the cases the same equation is used. So that is H. So for capillary rise and fall, H is equals to 4 into sigma cos theta divided by rho g into D. Why I have taken rho g D? Rho is in which type of liquid you are immersing, so that is also very important. G is a gravitational constant, D is a diameter of a tube, theta is the angle of contact, sigma is the surface tension, and H is a rise or fall of a liquid or the fluid in the tube. So this is a formula for the capillarity rise and fall. Now let us substitute all the given datas in this one. Now H will be equals to 4 into sigma is given, that is 0.07, then cos 0 it is given, whole divided by what is the density, it is given as a water, it is clearly given water, so density will be 1000, into 9.81. Then diameter is given, that is 5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, if you simplify this one, so what is the answer you are getting? So you are getting in terms of meter. The final answer you can write it even or in terms of mm also you can write it. So the whatever answer you will get it, please simplify it and write it in a comment box. So steps and equation I have given, even I have substituted the value. Only you need to calculate the final answer using a calculator and just comment it in a comment box. So let us move to the next numerical statement. So even this numerical is also on the capillary phenomena. So calculate the next question, that is 13th question is calculate the minimum size of a glass tube that can be used to measure the water level when capillary raise in the tube is not exceed 0.4 mm and the surface tension for water in contact with an air is 0.0735 Newton meter. Take the angle of contact is equals to 0 degree. Now here you need to calculate. So here he says the capillary raise should not. So in this numerical he is already given a h value. He says that this capillary raise, so even this is also on capillary raise. So this h should not, means the height when it immerses. So whatever the liquid is moving in upward direction, coming in upward direction, that should not cross the 0.4 mm. So within that it should be there, and I need to calculate the what is the diameter of this tube. Now let us note down the given data. Now what is the given data in this one? So he has given h is given, capillary raise in the tube should not exceed. So h value is given 0.4 mm he has given. So I will convert it into meter, that is 0.4 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Next he has given surface tension is mentioned, that is 0.0735 Newton meter it is given. Then the next unknown given value is theta, the angle of contact is given, that is 0 degree. Now we already know the formula for the capillary raise or depression, that is given by h is equals to 4 sigma cos theta divided by rho g d. Now this is a formula to identify the capillary raise and fall of a liquid in a tube, capillary tube. Let us substitute all the known values. Now we need to identify the diameter of a tube. H value is already given, that is 0.4 into 10 raised to minus 3 is given. Okay, it is in terms of meter I have substituted. Now 4 and 0.0735 is a sigma. Then what is a cos theta? That is cos 0. Angle of contact is 0. Then which type of liquid it is there? It is a water. Here you can see this is a water. So density will be 1000. G is a 9.81. Then D. Now you need to identify the diameter. For that one, just interchange this one. D is equals to 4 into 0.0735 into cos theta divided by 1000 into 9.81 into 0.4 into 10 raised to minus 3. Then whatever D value you will get it, so that will be in terms of meter. That will be in terms of meter. So that whatever D you will get it, that will be in terms of meter, and you can write it in terms of mm also. Convert that one, because the h is given in terms of mm, even you can write it in terms of mm. So whatever answer you will get it, please write it in a comment box, mention it in a comment box. And I have solved 90%. I have solved it. Only you need to get the answer, final answer, by simplifying this equation. The D you need to get it. Okay, let us move to the next problem statement. The 14th question is determine the capillary raise in a glass tube of 3 mm diameter when inserted vertically in water and mercury. The value of surface tension for water and mercury in contact with an air are 0.073 Newton meter and 0.44 Newton meter respectively. Assume the value of specific gravity of mercury is 13.6 and angle of contact for mercury and water is 130 and 0. Now let us, for this one, here in this question he has mentioned a single common capillary tube, which is inserted in two liquids. One is in water and one time the same tube is inserted in a mercury. Now I need to identify what will be the change in the height, whether it will going to increase or whether it going to decrease, that we need to identify. So obviously when you dip into the water, so as we seen in a previous all cases, we will going to see the raise in the height. So let us know how much raise we will observe and how much raise or drop we will observe when we dip into the mercury. That can be identified by using this one. So let us note down the given data. Now what he has given, diameter is given, that is 3 mm. Convert that into meters, 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Then the surface tension is given, surface tension for water. Initially the first water is mentioned, means you need to take first value for water. W is equals to 0.073 Newton meter. Then again WHG I will take it. It will be 0.44 Newton meter. Assume the specific gravity has given, because the second value water density we know, water density we already know, but the density of mercury is in terms given in terms directly he has not given, but he has given in terms of specific gravity, that is 13.6. Now this can be converted into density of an Hg by multiplying with 1000, by multiplying specific gravity with a standard fluid. So your answer will be 13,600. Okay, this is a density of a fluid. Next, he has given the value of contact. So please note that the angle of contact for Hg, first he has mentioned Hg means that is mercury. First value will be for mercury. So the theta Hg will be 130 degree for mercury. Then theta W for water will be 0. Many students will take water for 130 because the same question is asked in the examination for previous examination for 8 marks. 99 students have taken for water 130 degree they have taken, and mercury they have taken 0 degree, because initially he has mentioned water and mercury, the same thing they have continued while taking the given data. So please, you have to take care which terms has mentioned first, the same value has to be taken for the same given datas. Okay, now what is the formula? We all know that for both these cases the same common formula will be used, that is H will be equals to 4 sigma cos theta divided by rho g into d. Now I will write it for water, for water. Now I will write it H, I need to calculate it. So that is 4 sigma for water is 0.073 and angle of contact is cos 0 divided by rho is 1000 into g is 9.81 into diameter is same thing, that is for both the cases you are using same diameter. Now what is the answer? So here you will get the answer, that is around 0.0099 meters. So you will get an answer, that is 0.09 meters. If I convert that into mm, it will be 9.9 meter. Now this is a answer for your water. This is HW. This is for water. You are getting 9.9 mm. 9.9 mm of rise you are getting. Okay, similarly now let us substitute for Hg, that is mercury. Now H will be equals to 4 into, now here you need to consider the surface tension of Hg, that is 0.44 44 into cos 130, because angle of contact for mercury will be different as it is already mentioned. Now again density is 13,600 into 9.81 into diameter is same diameter of tube is used. So what you will get it? Okay, so you just calculate and write this answer in a comment box. So initially you will get it in a meters, then you convert that h in terms of mm. So one hint I can give you, the whatever h value you will get it, so that will be negative. You will get a negative quantity, negative h you will get it. It means that liquid is coming below the adjacent surface, means it is a capillary depression or capillary fall. So when the same diameter is used for water, it is a capillary rise. When the same diameter is used for a mercury, it is a capillary fall. It is a capillary fall or a depression. But you need to calculate this answer and just let me know in a comment box, so that I can assume that you have followed the steps and you followed the theory in a correct manner. Okay, so let us move to the next numerical. So the next numericals will be on the velocity of a sound in a fluid. So these are very simple, only one step, one equations are there. So with that you can easily solve problems. The problem statement is the calculate the velocity of a sound through water when bulk modulus of water is given, that is 2.06 into 10 raised to 6 kilonewton per meter square. Now in this problem we need to identify what is the velocity of a sound in liquids. Okay, that is the main thing. Now what type of liquid it is used? So it is a water. So let us note down the given. So what is the formula for the velocity of a sound? So we know that it is a C is equals to root of bulk modulus divided by density. Now in which fluid the sound is traveling? It is traveling in a water, so density will be 1000. Now what is the K value? That is bulk modulus. K is a 2.06 into 10 raised to 6 kilonewton per meter square. No need for any conversion, just directly substitute the values. So just root of 2.06 into 10 raised to 6, okay, divided by, it is 1000. Now the C value you will get it, that will be in terms of what is the velocity? Velocity unit is meter per second. So the C value you will get it in a meter per second. I have left it blank because I want you people to solve this. I want you people to identify the answer and mention in the comment box. Okay, this is very simple numericals on velocity of a sound. So let us solve another numerical on this velocity of a sound. So the next question is, okay, if the K, that is K means bulk modulus. So K for a Hg is 2.63 into 10 raised to 10 Pascal. Determine the velocity of propagation of a sound in a mercury. So which is having a density mercury, that is 13.596 kg per meter cube. Now in this numerical, in previous one, the means the sound was traveling in the water. Now here the sound is traveling in a mercury. For that one the given data, so the K value is given, that is 2.63 into 10 raised to 10, then that is Pascal. Okay, then density of Hg, because it is traveling in the mercury, so it is traveling in the mercury, so the density is also given, that is 13.596 kg per meter cube. Now what is the formula for a velocity? That is C is equals to root K by P, that is, sorry, P, it is not P, it is density. So this is a formula. Now let us substitute all the given values. So that will be equals to root of K is 2.63 into 10 raised to 10 divided by density of mercury 596. So C value you will get it in terms of meter per second. So I want you people to solve this one and write the correct answer in the comment section. Okay, so almost I have steps I have given, including for all the questions. For all the questions I have given the formula, I have substituted it and I have simplified it. Only the final answer I have left blank, because I want you people to solve these numericals, because in the first module numericals are very much easier compared to the other modules. So if you are perfect with this one, easily you can get 20 out of 20 marks in the module 1, because 10 marks theory will be there, 10 marks numericals. Easily you can score 20 out of 20 in the module 1. So hope, dear students, so the whatever numericals we have solved in today's session, that is on surface tension and capillarity phenomena and the velocity of a sound. So you have understood all the numericals. I guess you have understood all the numericals. And still, if you are having any doubts with respect to these numericals, you just comment it in a comment box and I'll try to clarify your doubts. And one very important assignment for you people is, please try to solve all the numericals, whichever answers I have left blank, and try to comment it in a comment box with the right answers. Please don't copy the comments, whichever the other students have posted it, you just copy it and mention it. Please try them. If you try it, you will get it. You get the answers. So you just calculate them and mention the right answers in a comment box.
Click on subscribe button and press the bell icon to get updates from All Academy.